No, we've given up predicting the last day for Rod Rosenstein because there have been about 10 of them so far. And partly because his boss, the Attorney General, keeps moving the goalposts. At some point, though, he will run up against the iron rule, which is there can't be two deputy attorney generals at once.
Right.
And the man who's been nominated to succeed him will be confirmed. And in that case, one of them is going to have to leave, and it'll be Rosenstein. So I would say within maybe the next week to 10 days or so, the Senate's going to be out. He can't be confirmed until they come back. So maybe the end of the month. One other thing I think needs to be pointed out.
What's up?
It's something we.
How's everybody doing?
It's well to remember. The special council rules under.
Once again, my experiment with these lives. Let me move my other camera here. Trying to get this shit right, y'all, so we can get times right that I'm gonna do this. I'm thinking about doing 2 lives a day, like a morning and an evening, because I got subscribers in the UK, and I want to make sure they get a chance to check me out. Want to make sure they get a chance to check me out, y'all. I'm gonna give them a couple more minutes before I start talking. I want to try to hit 3 topics real quick. I want to hit what Anthony Joshua said about there's an article out. Joshua questions career unless he fights Deontay Wilder. I want to read that, touch on that with y'all. Bob Arum made some comments about the fight between him and Anthony Joshua will be bigger in America, and I want to touch on one more topic that's a little more personal, and that got to do with something we dealing here with over here in America with all the people, all our youth getting killed in the streets with the gun violence and shit, man. If people been paying attention, I'm sure everybody heard about the rapper Nipsey Hussle that got shot and killed and stuff, man. And I remember I was in that situation when I got shot. A motherfucker was standing over me because when I got shot, the bullet hit my spine. It's still there. It's 45 slug in my back, and I couldn't move. I was paralyzed, and just the fear, man, when they were standing over me, waving them guns at me, and like the thought, like that if they shot again, how I knew I wouldn't make it. Because I was just so hopeless, so vulnerable and defenseless. And I just think, man, boxing can help change that, man. But anyway, so Joshua, you know what? Hold on, let me widen this back up so I can see if anybody's saying anything. Well, you know what? Before I do the comments, let me go ahead and read this article so I close this out real quick. Anthony Joshua has issued his determination. Anthony Joshua has issued his determination to fight Deontay Wilder, questioning the point of his career if he cannot earn the chance to become the undisputed champion, heavyweight champion. So, I'm just gonna read some quotes, okay? If I don't get my hands on the WC belt, what am I doing it for? I really want that chance, that opportunity. These are quotes directly from Joshua, okay? Imagine us both going at it when we're both old men. You don't want to see that, do you? I'm at my peak. I think I've been doing it 5 or 6 years. Deontay Wilder's been doing it 10 to 12 years. Their experience, we're all experienced. It would be a good scrap. Agreed. Okay, all right, another quote. Small ring, big guys. It will be a real treat, and the winner takes all. At the end of it, I get to punish Miller as well. I said I was going to reconstruct his face. I'm looking forward to seeing how his face. All right, so any comments on Miller now? Let me get back to this. Let me shrink this real quick. Now, what's up, King Twain? What is that? Tereni. Sorry about that if I'm mispronouncing your name. Andrew Dixon, what's up, man? How's it going, man? Oh yeah, okay. So basically, that article, man, all that article shows is goddamn who really wants to fight who and who really cares about what's important to the individual. You know what I mean? I don't agree. Like, there's another article, it's like AJ. I read yesterday where he was talking about he was going to thinking about like maybe bending on that 50% and wanting to renegotiate again after the Jarrell Miller fight, and I just don't think I understand why he's doing it. I don't think he should, but I think that he probably will because the man is really doing this shit for legacy. He's really doing this shit for the love of the sport. He ain't in it for money. I mean, like if he fights Wilder, Hot Man did a great video about it. I think it was Hot Man. No, it might. I think it was Kurt. Kurt shout out Counter Punch Boxing News. I think he did a video too. And basically, what the video was saying, if Eddie Hearn was saying in the video, if fucking Joshua give this man fucking 50%, then he's going to be fighting in the biggest fight, the most riskiest fight of his career. To some, I don't think it's risky at all. I already talked about Dante's Wilder's fucking phantom power, the myth behind his power. And the thing is, like, if it's the most dangerous fight, the biggest fight of his career, and he's still getting money, that would be equivalent or close to him fighting Miller. You know what I'm saying? Then what the fuck is he doing it for? Answer is he's doing it for the legacy, man. This man, he already got money to secure his family. You know what I'm saying? For generations, right? Joshua already done secured the bag. He secured the bag a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Wilder's not worth 50-50. It's a 60-40 fight. I agree. And the only reason it's worth 60-40, Andrew, is because how bad Joshua wants this fucking fight. Under any normal circumstances, this would be a 75-25 fight. Okay, it would be. Maybe if Wilder was actually if Wilder brought something to the table as far as fans, you know what I'm saying, as far as marketability and shit like that, it would be up there. But Wilder did a great job at using Joshua's name to boost his profile and to promote himself. He done did it to the point where they claiming he's the fucking most famous boxer in the world because so many people are searching him and shit, right? So I'll give him credit to that because that's what he was supposed to do. Because at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, whether we think it's something stand up or not, it builds this fight into a bigger event. I don't want Wilder going into this fight as an unknown. I wouldn't want Wilder going into this fight in the same place he was a year ago. You understand me? Because then it's going to take away from viewership. You see what I'm saying? I want Wilder to make this shit as big as he can be. It can be. It's a shame that he can't do it like Dillian White did and build himself up on his own fucking merits, on his own hard work. It's a shame he can't do it that way by beating good competition in the ring. But if he did it this way, fuck it, he did it. But under normal circumstances, this motherfucker wouldn't get nowhere near 40%, 30% maybe. The only reason is because Joshua wants to be great. And I think that's a good thing at the end of the day. I think it's good to see people that still love the sport. And, cause like, the Mayweather era, and some people can say, they might have You know, Bruce Vain brought up a good point in one of his videos. He said, you know, if you know about people blaming Floyd for ushering in this thing where there's this era where everybody is scared to take a loss, and he said, well, what about Rocky Marciano? And I thought about it. I left a comment. You know, Bruce is my dude. That's my man. I left a comment. I was saying, you know, damn, Bruce, you know, I never thought about it that way. It was about a week ago. So I had time to think about it. And I thought, you know, I don't really think it's the boxers, pardon me, I don't really think it's the boxers themselves. I think it's Al Heyman because this is something that's prevalent within the PBC. This is not prevalent in the whole of boxing. This is something that's prevalent in the PBC and is shared through the LDBC. You know what I'm saying? This thing that if you lose your fucking if you lose your zero, you're not marketable anymore. And so that's where the difference is. Back in Rocky Marciano's days, they didn't market it. It wasn't marketed to the tune of like $200 million fights or equivalent. Like, you know, that shit, you know, like, I mean, when he fought Pacquiao, he got 200 million. Pacquiao got like 100 million. And then, you know, I'm pretty sure you can find a couple more $1 million in there to make that close to a $500 million fight. That wasn't happening in Rocky Marciano's days. And when you put that amount of money in there, it taints motherfuckers, man. It taints them. And so that's why I feel like, you know, like, yeah, Al Heyman do got a lot to do with that. And for Anthony Joshua to want to fight just to win and just to be great, that's very refreshing. And let me go on and cut Felix Deontay is a bum. He called himself the king of bums, holding Sophia hostage and denying all boxing lovers of a good fight. I know, man. I know that's something that bugs me too because, like, when's the last time we had? I'm trying to think. The last undisputed fight we had was the Holyfield Bo or was it Holyfield Lewis? It was Holyfield Lewis, right? Because Lewis was the last undisputed champ, and man, there's some people out there nowadays, there's like whole generations that grew up without having an undisputed champion. I think that's a travesty, man. Like, there's whole generations of human beings on this planet right now that grew up and never had a undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Never seen that. But, I mean, and he's denying so many motherfucking people that, man. Bruce Vain is the man, Andrew. You already know that's the truth. Bruce Vain is the man. Mate, it's so hard to be a fan of boxing these days. I agree with you, Unrivaled. It really is, man. That's why I left for so many years and was a fan of the UFC. The UFC, and I still am. The UFC gives you the fucking fights you want to see, man. When you want to see them. They are great at that. They are better than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And Joshua Klitschko is what brought me back to boxing. And like I said, then I started, you know, trying to find out more shit and catch up. And I fell into that LDBC hole. Like, what the fuck are these guys talking about? You know what I'm saying? And it was just, that's when you know, then I came across Bruce and I was like, okay, yeah, you know, this guy needs some help. If he's the only one out there speaking truth to power, I got to help him. But anyway, Andrew Dickinson, I'm from the UK, and it's good to see boxing fans in the US are not falling for Wilder. Man, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. Motherfuckers over here in the LDBC, they want to pump that narrative like everybody in the US feel like them. They represent a certain type they represent a certain demographic, and I'm telling you the motherfucking truth. They represent black people that gotta blame the white man mentality, just blame everybody, slavery, and every goddamn thing else for why I can't achieve nothing in life mentality. That's what they cater to that type of audience, and that's the fucking mentality they got. Most motherfuckers ain't riding with that shit. They see shit for what it is. They see the ducking. They see there ain't no motherfucking body in their right mind can see a man passing up $100 for fucking loyalty as something righteous. You know what I'm saying? But there's still a lot of people in America that's like that though. I'm not saying that there's not, but you know, slowly but surely we coming around, man, and hopefully that this Joshua fight, Tyson coming over here for a little bit, hopefully shit like that will bring boxing back. And that brings me into another segue, perfect segue. Who gave me that? Who gave me that segue? Dixon. Appreciate that, Andrew. The Tyson Fury fight happening over here in America. Tyson Fury Joshua fight, according to Bob Arum, would be bigger in America than it would be in the UK. I call bullshit. Okay, first of all, if you look at the last three big pay-per-views, okay, we got Tyson Fury, we got Spence, we got Spence Garcia, Tyson Fury Wilder, we got Pacquiao, Adrian Bronner, right? None of these motherfuckers broke 400,000. Like they say, Bronner and Pac-Man got like right at 400,000. But then you had Bob Arum that came and said, "Where did you hear that at?" You know, that's bullshit. That didn't happen. Somebody made a video, man. It was either Hat Man, I think it was Hat Man. Hat Man did it, or either Bruce did it. I'll see if I can find it and link it. They had the video of Bob Arum saying that was bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that think that fight did 400,000 views is dreaming. So the ceiling right now for pay-per-view is about 400,000 hits, man. 400,000 buys, man. So how the fuck would the fight be bigger over here, especially when them guys are already big and they already got an audience in the UK? Fuck the price difference. If nobody's buying the motherfucker, it's not going to matter. You know, because me personally, after the Con Crawford, I'm done with pay-per-view, man. I can't do this shit, man. I'm spending my wife bitching, you know, because I buys them up. I gotta get UFC pay-per-views, boxing pay-per-views. I be getting, you know, I don't do shit. I ain't got kids, so I watch fights and shit. I like fighting, so that's what I do. But there's no motherfucking way in hell that fight is going to be bigger here in America. And I think Tyson Fury, Tyson know this shit, but this is what I think. I think Tyson got so much fucking envy and jealousy for motherfucking Anthony Joshua that he's like, you know what? He can never be more popular or get the type of love in the UK that Anthony Joshua got. Now, I got some UK fans out there. If I'm lying about this or if I'm incorrect, correct me. But in my opinion, just from what I see, Tyson Fury will never be loved like Joshua's loved in the UK. Look what Joshua did for the UK. You know what I'm saying? He'll never get that type of love. So I think he just tapped out. He conceded that, and he came and brought his show over in America so he can try to be the number one guy here. That's why, because why the fuck would he leave his home country, come over here? Honestly, Joshua's not leaving. He's coming over here. He's going to open up the market, help us. He's like a defibrillator. He's going to pump life back into the motherfucking the heavyweight division over here. And then he's going to slide back, you know, and do his thing over there still. I don't see Joshua just fighting over here exclusively like Tyson Fury's trying to do. His next 5 fights are going to be over here. You know what I'm saying? So some of them fights are supposed to be the biggest in boxing. Why would he do that? Because he's never going to be the number one guy in the UK like Joshua is. You know what I'm saying? And Bob Arum is completely wrong about pay-per-view doing better over there or the fight doing better over there. It's not going to do good, period. You know, it's not going to do good, period, because fucking pay-per-view is out of ceiling over here. It's not, you know, we're not doing, you're not doing Mayweather bad over here anymore. You know, if anybody could do it, it would be Joshua. But to risk that, to roll the dice on that, I mean, you know, I wouldn't do it. You know, it wouldn't be something that I would advise to do, you know. And then if Joshua got the fucking rights to air, the zone got rights to Joshua in the United States, then you got ESPN competing. That will be a $99 pay-per-view over here. I don't give a fuck who say it's $74. That's bullshit. If you want that, if Joshua and Tyson Fury were to fight here in America, that would be a $99 pay-per-view. They would try to milk the fuck out of us for that. For any Joshua Wilder, Joshua fucking Fury, that's going to be a motherfucking $99 pay-per-view. Fuck what anybody tell you. I'm a consumer, I know. So that's what you're gonna be paying for that shit, and I don't see that motherfucking breaking and doing, you know, any type of numbers near what they think that they're going to do, man. Where the fight would be worth bringing over this motherfucker. Yeah, $99 straight up. That's what that fight would. Man, look. When they tell you, when you get them $64 and them $75 pay-per-view, don't be motherfucking, you know, like, yeah, I know Wilder Fury, it wasn't $99, but you gotta look at Joshua. Joshua is a big dog, man. You know what I'm saying? And if Joshua boosts his name up off this Miller fight, like I think he is, right? Because Joshua's gonna have a chance. That fight wouldn't happen next. I believe that would be one of them pay-per-views. Like Mayweather Pac-Man was a $99 one. Mayweather McGregor was a $99 one. I done paid for so many motherfucking $99 pay-per-views. I think I even got one that was $99 for UFC. You know, but yeah, they would try and see with Joshua being a bigger name than Wilder and Fury, and then you add Fury in that, I believe they would try to make that a $99 pay-per-view. I do. I really believe they would. Oh, let me knock down some comments real quick, man, before I get too lost, because I see some comments coming in. Before I get too far behind, I want to make sure since there ain't that many people in here, you know, we can show love today and shit. You know what I mean? So, where was I at? I'm from the UK, and I see boxing fans in the US are not falling for all this bullshit. All right, Sam Langford and Barbados Joe Walcott fought for the equivalent of $500 today. See, that's what I'm talking about, and that's back in the Rocky Marciano era, right? That was Unrivaled Sports Talk that just dropped that on me. Yeah, Holyfield Lewis was the last undisputed. Yep. Thanks, Unrivaled. Tyson Fury versus Joshua does $2 million in the UK. Bob said it would only do $1 million in the UK at $13. It's $28. Bob is also a huge draw. I mean, it's also a huge draw as there's the first major fighters. I know that, man. Listen, I think that fight would be so huge in the UK, yo. Oh yeah. Oh, that made me think. Oh, what I was saying about the. You know what though? I forgot about that with the zone. But anyway, they might. You know what? They might make that a fucking $74 fight with the zone lurking over their shoulder and creeping up on them. I forgot about that. When them $99 fights was popping off, the zone they didn't have them streaming platforms, so maybe that's gonna make the ceiling $74. You know what I'm saying? Instead of $99. But I forgot about the point I was trying to make. So anyway, you got ESPN trying to sell the fight, and then you got the Zone over this motherfucker $9.99. Well, I'm $9.99 because I got in that shit first. When that shit first came out, I was on it. So my shit's $9.99 still. I'm gonna do the $100 when that run out. But yeah, so on $19.99 you get the first month free versus paying $74 to $100 to see that motherfucking fight. And now that's one night of boxing. If you don't do nothing but do the free month, just the free month. If you hadn't used it up already, you got 28 motherfucking more days in front of you, or 29 days in front of you to look at boxing. Great fights, man. The Zone is putting on some fucking good fights, y'all. They got some good cards, man. And this Miller card, I mean, this Joshua Miller card, or Miller Joshua, I'm fucked up right now. That shit is going to be, I don't know who the undercard is, but I was reading somewhere while I was at work, so I can't quote it, not going to quote it, but I was reading about the undercard, and it's going to be a fucking great. If that shit pan out like it's supposed to be, it's going to be a motherfucking great night for boxing. So yeah, how can they compete with that? How can ESPN? Don't you think that would suppress a lot of them pay-per-views? If you got, ESPN trying to sell the fight on pay-per-view here, and Joshua got exclusive rights with the Zone. He's over here. Where most consumers gonna fall at? If you got that big of a price gap. You know what I'm saying, man? Motherfuckers are struggling over here like all over the world. The working folks got it hard, man. We barely got money for entertainment anymore. Ain't nobody trying to pay that if they don't got to. $99, what a joke. Yeah, John McKinley, McKintrey, it really is a fucking joke. But Wilder Fury wasn't $99. Yeah. And that was also their first time on pay-per-view. They would never charge $99 for a first timer out. They would an established pay-per-view star. They would definitely hit that $99 up on them. Shit, you weren't going to get a Mayweather fight for less than that. Undisputed is a big and it would be undisputed too. So that would definitely be pushing that price up, man. Joshua versus Fury would not be $99 in the US. Hey, I'm telling you, I think it would be unrivaled. I think, well, it depends, man. I mean, there's a lot of factors, but I think there's a strong chance that you know what? That wouldn't be an undisputed fight. That wouldn't be an undisputed fight. What am I thinking? But yeah, I think they still would try to sell it. The lineal champion versus, Joshua. I think they'd try to sell it, But hey, I appreciate your opinion. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to always agree 100%. But I appreciate your opinion, man, and you being being willing to state it on here, man. I really appreciate that. I like that, man. Only Joshua versus Wilder. Oh yeah. You know what? Damn. Hey, I should have ran both of them comments together because it's like one. What you're saying is Joshua versus Fury wouldn't be $99 in the U.S. You're right. That one is less of a chance that one would be. But Joshua versus Fury would definitely. I mean, Joshua versus Wilder would definitely be $99. You're right. Unrivaled Boxing Talk and News. You're right. I give you that one, bro. I give you that one. I stand corrected. The Fury Wilder fight probably wouldn't do $99. You're right. I mean, the Fury Joshua fight probably wouldn't do $99. I probably would be at the $74 price point. But that Wilder and Joshua fight, there is no way you would pay less than that for that fight. I stand corrected. Appreciate that Unrivaled Boxing Talking News. That's what I'm talking about. That's my man. That's what we're about over here. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it. You know what I mean? You got to be a stand-up, man. Let me catch up some more. Where were we at? Where we at? Okay. I understood the bigger fight, Joshua versus. Okay. What you just said about AJ and Fury is a fact. You're just nailing the facts on head. Here in the UK, we know who he is. Thanks, bro. Thank you, Felix. I'm not even going to disrespect you by fucking up your last name. Oh, hey, Felix. Felix, oh, you know what it is, right? Hey, appreciate it. What up, Chief? How's it going? 3 Mexicans. What's up, man? Hey, that's my dude right there. 3 Mexicans, man. Hey, hey, man, I remember when you the first comment 3 Mexicans made, man. He's but joking with me a little bit. We were joking back and forth and shit, but we did it, and nobody got upset. Nobody got offended. We both knew we were just teasing a little bit, and he been a cool ass of mine ever since, man. I appreciate you, the Mexican. I said 3, my fault. I need glasses, y'all. I don't never wear them. The Mexican, I appreciate you, man. That's why before Marcy, that's way before Marciano. Appreciate you. Unraveled. The pay-per-view price in the U.S. is ridiculous. It is. Callum Smith, Josh Kelly. Some really good fights on that. Hey! I didn't know that fight was on that. That fight's on that under. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's one of the fights. There's another fight I was thinking about, but I wasn't going to say it because, like I said, I can't remember the source. And if I can't quote something as a fact, like I know it's a fact, and give you and show it to you in black and white, I ain't going to say it because I do believe in integrity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't going to just put shit out there just to say it and get sound bites. I can't remember what I read, where I read it, but it was a couple weeks ago. And the undercard was looking stacked. So, yeah, the AJ Miller undercard. Yeah, appreciate that, McKinley. Basadi, some real good fighters, man. Hell yeah, Josh Kelly. Man, I can't wait to see that shit, man. It's gonna be a good day of boxing, y'all. And hey, I just want to touch on something real. What'd you say, Max? Man, what I think about Dillian White, I like Dillian White. I like Dillian White a lot, man. I think Dillian White will be. I do think he's underrated. You know what I'm saying? Because there's actually a lot of people out there that think Wilder is a better fighter than Dillian White, and I don't see that at all. Listen, Josh would knock Dillian White out. Rocked his ass. I mean, he had him out there doing a stinker leg, right? In the middle of the damn, what was it, the 6th, 7th? Had him doing a stinker leg and shit, But other than that, man, there ain't a blemish on that man. I mean, that man, and I'm telling you, man, that motherfucker, I still go back to this day. I still go back and look at that motherfucking left hook that he hit Derek Sajor with in the second fight, man. How the fuck? And every time I see that hook, I think the one question comes to my head every time I see that hook. How the fuck can Wilder be left standing after taking the hammer like that to the jaw? If you look at that hit, and I broke it down, I rewound it, I chopped it up, man. Sajor was out before he got down, finished following through with the goddamn punch. That man was out on his feet, gone. That's a knockout punch. That's fucking power. That's what I mean when I say Deontay Wilder don't have no power. Because if you look at that motherfucking fight, right? If you look at that knockout punch, man, the time Dillian White, Sajor was on the attack, right? He is fighting out the front foot. Fucking White was moving backwards, right? And the time it took, and they traded blows. He caught a blow to give a blow, but in the time it took for White to plant himself rotate his hips, get himself in a position to generate that much power in the amount of space that he did it in, to knock a man out, to generate that much power and that distance, that is a fucking knockout artist, man. I think Dillian White got more power than motherfucking Deontay Wilder. I'm sorry. Deontay Wilder throws his punches more like a pitcher throwing a fucking fastball or some shit than a goddamn boxer. He comes from back here like this. Who the fuck? Man, that look like some baseball shit. If I come back here like this to throw a fucking punch and I don't knock a motherfucker out, I mean, goddamn, then motherfucker, what the fuck is you even doing? If you come from this far back, and you got that, and then on top of that, a lot of times he's taking a step or two. A lot of times he's running. He got forward momentum going, and he's coming with that goddamn punch. And when he is standing still and he throws it, he still goes back to fucking here. He drops that goddamn left hand, and he goes back here and he sticks his goddamn chin out and he throws that shit like that. That is not motherfucking power, y'all. That's a motherfucker getting lucky, fighting subpar competition, fighting motherfuckers that don't want to fight, fighting people whose jaw has never been tested, and having the ability to land that blow accurately. That's what it is. I'll only give them credit for being able to throw the blow accurately. A lot of people, when they throw a blow that goddamn wild like that, they goddamn can't connect. Wilder is great at connecting with that motherfucking blow, and the refs are great with letting them goddamn get a pass even if he connects in the back of the head with that motherfucking blow. That's pad, and that's another thing, man. That's why that motherfucker, he talk about Joshua being padded and protected and shit. It's his motherfucking ass that's padded, protected, and cushioned by the LDBC. By the PBC, and the WBC. You know what I'm saying? The LDBC is just his goddamn cheerleaders. That's just his dick riding squad. You understand what I'm talking about? They just the ones that jump on that penis. You know what I'm saying? And grind it like a goddamn stripper and shit. They the $2 hoe. The LDBC is the $2 hoes of the goddamn boxing community. And they goddamn ride Wilder's dick. That's what they do. Or any PBC boxer, man. That's what that shit is, man. So that's what I think about Dillian White. I think if you get that motherfucker in the ring with Deontay Wilder, you looking at the motherfucking next WBC champion within 5 rounds. That's what I think. I don't think you're going to go in there and fuck with Wilder and dance with him and, it's going to go on. It ain't going to be a long night. Dillian White is a smart motherfucking fighter. He knows what the fuck he got to do. He's going to go in there. You talking about elite competition, man. Look, y'all know me. I got a bunch of my subs in here, right? Y'all know I always say I'm not a fight doctor. I'm a hardcore casual fan. I just watch boxing and get into it a couple steps more than your usual hardcore fan. Where some hardcore fans may only watch, like the biggest names out there. I watch the biggest names in all the divisions. I goddamn go research them. I go look at all their highlights. I do shit like that. I dig into it because I'm a fan of combat. I think combat, man-to-man combat, is the purest. It's like the purest motherfucking form of competition that you can have. It's like your mind and your physical ability and your goddamn your training and your ability to work out a situation where your ass is on the line. You know what I'm saying? Like okay, you got the money and shit and the incentive to do it, but like when you're actually in the box, it's your ass on the line. You know what I'm saying? And that to me is the purest form of sport. You know what I mean? I don't know how I can break. I might break it down. I'm gonna think about it and so I can articulate it better to y'all in another video. But But yeah, man, that's what I think about Dillian White, man. I'm sorry, y'all. That motherfucking Wilder get on my goddamn nerves, man. Let me yeah, AJ Miller undercard. What do you think? Boy White underrated? I think Dillian White would KO Wilder. Dillian White has improved a lot since the Joshua fight. I agree with you, Max. Yeah, I agree. White has a huge left hook. AJ took it flush as well. Hell yeah. He damn near had AJ doing a stinker leg back. If y'all remember that shit. That motherfucker goddamn that motherfucker hit AJ with that shit and gave AJ a whole different look. AJ goddamn had the motherfucker was about to be up out of there, goddamn it. Shit. And AJ remember that shit. AJ remember that shit. That's why I like, but he did win. He knocked him out at the end of the day. But believe me, man, when motherfucker hurt you like that, you ain't in a hurry to get back in there with him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they both improved. I still think AJ would spark his ass out, but you know, I mean, there's that chance, man. This is heavyweight boxing, man. That's why I don't understand fanboys, man. Like, I'm a fan of the sport, and I'm a fan of a person that can put in that much hard work, carry themselves in the manner AJ do. Him, Crawford, you know, I don't like all that loud flamboyant shit. And then, you know, when it come down to goddamn putting the gloves on, getting in the ring with another animal, you come up with all this shit, you know, all that, man, you know, you all loud. And then, like I say, all that, you know, we, till this day, to this day, like, man, what the fuck that got to do with boxing, man? Most boxers I knew, most boxers I came up with were black guys getting millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, goddamn, like, they put all that shit in there, and when it come down to it, it's about heart, man. It's about, you know what I'm saying? It's about going in there and goddamn, I mean, it's really like when you say blood, sweat, and tears, man, I mean, like, that's it for real. Like, blood, sweat, and tears for real. And the work, and a lot of these guys, man, like, you know, the LDBC talk like everybody, all these other boxers done came out of goddamn mansions and shit and decided to be the boxer and shit. All these guys were guys that had nothing in their respective countries and shit in their lives. All of these guys ain't have nothing but their own ability, their God-given ability. And they went and they worked and they got trained and they got talent. They were talented. They were lucky. They were successful. They had what it takes to be a top guy in their motherfucking profession. It's just that now some of these guys that made it to a level and now they're scared to step up and fight the competition that they supposed to be fighting, man. But anyway, I'm going on another rant. Let me go ahead and finish reading some comments. Yeah, I agree. White has a huge left hook. All right. Have you seen the Brown knockout by White left hook? Is brutal, worse than the Chisora one. Yeah, I seen that one too, man. I seen a couple White fights. It's just that Chisora one was the most recent, and I remember that one better. I had to go back and look at it because, like I say, I don't be wanting to say anything that's not non-factual and shit. White, yeah, like, you know, White said that left hook is his money shot. I mean, he'll get no argument with me from me with that. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and clip that knockout because I got that shit on. I got so many knockouts. Look, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. Okay, I'm working on a video now where I'm trying to, because I really want to expose Deontay Wilder and his knockout power. And since you brought up the Brown knockout, I'm putting a video together right now where I'm slicing up knockouts, some of the biggest knockouts of the last, at least 10 years, right? I'll probably go back to Tyson. I ain't even gonna put no limit on it. I'm just gonna go back throughout history. I'm putting together a video showing true knockout orders and showing, the difference between what Deontay Wilder's doing, how he's knocking motherfuckers out, and how motherfucking true knockout orders is knocking motherfuckers out. He don't have power. It's leverage. There's a difference, man. There's a difference, you know. Power, the formula, I think the mathematical formula for power is speed times distance, right? So for you to goddamn close a 6-inch gap and be able to generate enough speed in that amount of distance to produce the power to knock a motherfucking man on his ass and roll his eyes in the back of the head, that's impressive to me. Okay, that's impressive. I just don't be impressed when the motherfucker throw a goddamn, like he's throwing a goddamn fastball and knock a motherfucker out. I'm not impressed by that because I feel like anybody can do that. I feel like if a 10-year-old run from across the room and hit me like that in my jaw, I'd be sprawled out on my motherfucking living room floor. You know, that's what I think. That's what I believe. It just don't impress me, man. But most of the bums Deontay Wilder fought, Deontay don't want to be on the ring with Deontay except Fury and Ortiz. Like most of the bums Deontay Wilder fought don't want to be on the ring with. I think that's in the ring with Deontay, except Fury and Ortiz. I agree with you. They were just motherfucking. They were like sacrificial lambs and shit. Shashid Soled, I think that's how you pronounce your last name. What's up, man? Thanks for keeping it real. Hey, man, ain't nothing, man. I'm just trying to, you know, you don't got to thank me for keeping it real, man. That's what everybody should do. It ain't even hard to do it, man. You know, anytime you got to try it, then it's fake, you know, so we ain't trying nothing here. We just telling them out. We just saying what it is, man. So, but I appreciate you recognize that, man. I already know you like the UFC. Will you be watching the fight on Saturday? Fuck, man. Will I be, man, dude, blessed, man. Yes, I'm gonna be watching that fight, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching Holloway get it in, man. Hey, one of Holloway's last fight with what the fuck is his name? Fuck. Man, what the hell is dude's name, man, with the plaits and this shit? I can't believe I fucking forgot his name. Anyway, yeah, I'll be watching that fight, man. I'm glad you told me because to be honest with you, yeah, I didn't even know that fucking fight was. I've been working so much, man. I didn't know that fucking fight was happening. You goddamn right. I'm gonna be watching that shit, man. Saturday, yeah, I'm gonna be watching that for sure. I'll do a video on it. I'll goddamn come back and we'll chop it up. Since you in the UFC too, we'll chop that one up. LDBC channel say Wilder has one reason to the Final Four basketball had 13 million views. What the fuck? Yeah, they don't never make any type of sense, man. Like I don't even know why there's people that still subscribe to that bullshit. To be honest with you, I don't understand it. You know, they excuse me, y'all. Yeah, they. I don't know why people subscribe to their bullshit, man. It ain't. I mean, they don't. Yeah, Brian Ortega. That's it, Brian Ortega. But yeah, the UFC. The LDBC. They're about begging for fucking money, man. They're about begging for money, yo. And I still got my plan on going on there and just giving them a couple coins and asking them a couple questions. I just never can catch them. You know, it's like every time I'm in the middle of some shit, working and shit when they go live, so I never catch them. Any one of them, barber shop conversation, fucking goddamn Frogger. What's Frogger's name? Who I call Frogger? What's his name? Blue Blood. That motherfucker. I hate that something. For any one of them motherfuckers, man, I'm gonna go up in they live one day and scream. I just don't. It's either I be on my phone, so I want to record this shit. When I get on, when I do it, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'll bust up and bust the cop one open or whatever on them and get up in they live and shit. But yeah, that Brian. Hey, real quick, three that Brian Ortega fight, yo. I thought, hey man. Cause Max was having the health issues and shit, and they really didn't know what was wrong with him. And I thought it was the weight cut, and I was like, man, like, is he gonna be all right? Is he gonna be the same and shit? And and Ortega is a motherfucking beast, man. I thought the fight, man, Max beat his motherfucking ass, man. I did not think he was gonna get his ass beat like that. I thought he was gonna get his ass beat, but getting his ass beat like that, man, he damn near knocked the man. His man's eye damn near popped out his goddamn head and shit. And the work rate of fucking the Max Holloway, man, like this motherfucker is like a diesel engine. The longer the fucking fight go, the more goddamn it's like the harder he goes. You know what I'm saying? Him and Tony Ferguson, man, the way they fucking work, their work rate. That's why, man, look, there's some fights I want to see. I know we're going to get them. I want to see Ferguson and Habib. I want to see that. Bad as hell. I want to see Max is an animal. He beat OJ. I know, twice. He's insane. His cardio is crazy. He's probably my favorite fight. Yeah, I agree with you, man. It's really hard to go against Max Holloway. It really is. And I'm trying to think, like, who in the fuck could you really, if he goes up in weight and he fights Tony Ferguson, who would you call on that Mexican? Who would you call Ferguson if Blessed? You'll have to get the advantage right now since Blessed would be going up. But them two motherfuckers, man, their cardio is fucking amazing, yo. Fucking amazing, yo. Die Hard Casual, what's good? Yeah, everyone everyone came through a big, huge hoop, looping. Okay, everyone can't throw a big, huge looping shot and knock someone out. Joshua hitting Povetkin from 6 inches and putting him into the future. That's real power. Talk to him. Talk to him, John McKinstry. Damn right. I think Deontay Wilder has power, but not universal power. If you know what I mean, AJ can hurt dudes with his jab. Good point. Hell yeah, that's a good point. Dante, for the most part, he only got that looping ass hook that he hurt people with. I ain't never seen Deontay hurt somebody with a jab. Ortega was his last fight from Hollywood. Yeah, Mex. I think it's Wilder's speed. He catches guys when they're tired. He has power, though, no doubt. Yeah, like I say, I think it's more leverage, man. But and one thing I do give Wilder credit for again is stamina. This motherfucker called low. It don't matter if it's the fucking 12th round or the first. He can bring it. He can bring it at the drop of a hat, and that's something. I think that's the most dangerous aspect of Wilder is you can never count his ass out. You know what I'm saying? Like, Wilder will fucking anytime, at any point in the fight, that motherfucker can turn it up and be very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he's hurt. And that's something I will give him credit for, and that is a gift. I got to go, man. God bless. You keep keeping on. All right, Max, if you still there, man, appreciate you joining in. I'm about to wrap it up anyway, so you ain't gonna miss nothing. Max is an animal. He be who was it? I don't know, John. I don't know who it was that got caught, got caught taking apple. It probably goddamn John Bones again. Man, that motherfucker is such a disappointment, man. Bones, man, that motherfucker, man. It was TJ. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Cheers, Max. Max is on it. Max, you need to get your channel, man. Talk about this UFC shit, yo. Yeah, Ferguson Holloway would be insane. I'd probably pick Tony for that fight. Me too, for right cause of the weight. Max would have to move up. Hey, yeah, all right, y'all, I gotta get ready to wrap this up. Before I wrap it up, there's one thing I want to talk about real quick. If y'all want to care to stick around, and you know, looking at all the killing that's been going on, I stay close to Charlotte, North Carolina already, man. We got 3 times more murders than we did last year. It's up to like fucking 36 murders last I checked, man. And you know what? People don't fight no more. You know, there's virtue in losing, man. You know, you gotta learn to lose, though, man. I mean, like when you're a man, like I said, you know, boxing, fighting, combat sports, they're the most pure form of sport, but they're also the most emotional. Men don't like getting bested by other men in anything, especially if it's a physical competition, especially if that physical competition is fighting. Men don't like seeing a woman that they like with another man. You know what I'm saying? But I think these kids need to be taught this shit at a young age, man. And I think boxing or any combat sports is a great way to do it, you know, man, because like you're not always going to win in life. And anybody that plays sports, whatever, they know that. They know you're not always going to win in life, you know what I'm saying? And one thing boxing can teach you to do, it can teach you how to lose as well as win. You know, and I just want to send a shout out to parents, man, hoping that, you know, maybe they put their kids in more combat sports, more boxing, more shit like that, man, so these guys can learn how to lose and learn how to fight their problems out instead of resorting to guns and killing each other, man, because they're just a problem. You know, we're all human beings. We all got to share this planet. We all got to live. And there's never a good reason to kill somebody unless your life is on the line. So, you know, let's wrap this up, man. I appreciate everybody joining me. I'm going to start scheduling these. So just look for it. I'm going to go ahead and probably try to schedule another live for this evening. And yeah, I hope to see y'all back again, man. So I appreciate y'all stopping in. And we will see y'all next time. Hardcore Casuals, Clip and Lou up in the house. She over there scratching her ass. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. See y'all up. Down Hard Casual, big ups, man. John, entry later road fact. Okay, just wanted to read them last comments and shit. I like getting everybody in there, man. We get a small crowd. We can read everybody's shit. Much love from the Hardcore Casual, THC, and I'm out.